King Kiba, boys of Kasaba de Degua, flavor. Yeah.
Hello guys, it's a beautiful day here in our studios right again. My name has always been Ohima and this is Content, People and Places. Today we are come to have a beautiful discussion, as you all know. It's about African music industry. I mean how the Nigerians really did they really learn from Ghanaians? That's what we are going to talk about with me. Before we do that, please subscribe, like, share, and give a comment. Please, the comment one is coming. I beg, do what not to insult us. I beg you. I have here my beautiful and wonderful pandit, right? And why? He was here last week with us. I call him the family man, right? My God, people will say, Bran and Akwaba, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, with me and Mr. Mauli.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Emma.
Okay, let's dive right into it. Okay, so to my first question. NY, please, where did Ghana music originate from? Where did it originate from?
As to the origination of Ghana music, well, obviously, Ghana, just like any other country in Africa, has been blessed with different sounds. And I remember during our previous conversation, I said it. When you go across, music is something that lives with us. Everything we do, music. You realize that music and dance has always been with us. So from way back, I mean, the Ashantis have their own. When it gets to the traditional events, the festivals, you see the kind of music they play and all that. When it comes to funerals, there are particular songs they play. When it comes to celebratory moods, like we have weddings, parties, there's music to it. So for music, I don't think there's anything to say when exactly it started, but I think it's something that's lived with us for a long time. Exactly. Music is part of our culture.
Of course.
I mean, when our parents, when we were kids, when they were playing with us, almost GGR, you realize they sing along too. Even when they want us to eat, they want to sing. Whatever it is, we sing. There are people who even in the bedroom, they want to sing to, So, so I mean, music has been a part of us, and everything we do as an Africans or Ghanaians, music has been with us. So I think it's just from nature. That's how it is.
Mr. Mawali, any idea?
I think, I know I said it all, but yeah, I think from where he started till now, I think the music has evolved. Right? Yes, a lot of changes, have taken place, and that is why currently we have the kind of genres or music that we have in this dispensation in this time. So there is no particular time to it, but unless we want to probably focus on a particular genre, and that way we can know how to deal with it.
Okay, so my next question is: there's an assumption that the Nigerians, I don't know how to put it, but the highlife, our genes, we learned it from us. How true is that? And I know the Nigerians will not accept it. They'll come for us. That one I know. They will not accept it.
Well, it's a question, right?
Yeah.
So for me, highlife music, let's not forget that highlife is not indigenous to Ghana. Highlife is not just about Ghanaians. Because when you go to Gambia, Gabon, Nigeria, and all those places, they also play their own kind of highlife. So highlife has been within the African setting. So it's not just about maybe Nigerians learning from Ghana or anything. It's just that, even across Africa, there are countries where people travel to the most. Ghana and Nigeria has had that thing. Even when you talk about the 80s and the Ghana must go and all that, Ghana and Nigeria has always had that flair where Ghanaians travel there because of work, Nigerians also coming here to settle because of school work and all that. So it's quite understandable that you say Ghanaians might pick something from Nigeria, Nigeria might pick something from Ghana. But I don't think it necessarily means that maybe they picked everything from here. The sounds from here could have influenced what they do over there.
Okay.
Because recently I saw videos of, if you listen to songs from Nanam Pedu and all those old people, these are songs that till date are being sampled in Nigeria. And they bear testimony to that. I remember when Nanam Pedu, before he passed, there was this musical annual general meeting, and he performed. So I filmed that part of the performance and I put it on YouTube, and you see the Nigerian and their comments and how they were enjoying that song in Nigeria back then. and how there are particular states in Nigeria that continue to enjoy these songs from them because it influenced them. Do you get it? So it's understandable that some of our songs and some of the variations in the music will cross over and influence their decision or how they also make their music. But that notwithstanding, I'm sure Ghanaians also pick something from Nigeria. So it's just a cross-border thing. We pick from each other.
We learn from each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are brothers and sisters, so we learn from each other.
Yeah.
I think NY is trying to be careful over here. He doesn't want to step on toes.
course.
No. You see, for me, I mean, the fact is that, like I said, if you look at highlife, which Ghanaians are so proud of, highlife actually moved from somewhere.
Of course.
Across Africa, we have highlife being played in Nigeria, we have highlife being played in Gabon, in Gambia. Now, they all have certain similarities and they have some variants as well.
Okay.
But then the only thing is that when you listen to Ghanaians highlife, you talk more about the guitar and all that. Even with highlife, you can still break it down to the amponsa and all those different ones that we have. Nigerians, yes, of course, pick certain things from Ghana, which has influenced their music. You can't run away from that.
That's true. But what I was trying to say, I read an article some time ago on this same, issue.
Okay.
And it will amaze you to know that, in fact, highlife itself started from Ghana. So in those times, somewhere around the 19th century, when this palm wine music and those things were enforced, that was when it started. So and then it evolved from that palm wine music. Later, they added the jazz and those things that we were talking about, and then it became highlife. That was when the Nigerian people also started. That was when around that time, I think Fela Kuti also, around their time. So he came to join at that time, and then he helped to promote the highlife that we have today.
No,
so
but you see, not to cut in, let's not forget with this whole highlife and how it came about. Yes, I understand when they had to do their thing with the palm wine music and Fela coming in and learning. I mean, nobody can take that away from the fact that Fela was in Ghana. He picked something from here and built on it to do what now they call Afro beats with an S, which is even quite unique from what Fela was doing. Do you get it? There's a difference, and I do understand that genres grow, music grow, and all that. But making reference to the article you did mention, yes, highlife music was in Ghana, but it didn't start from Ghana. But what I have read and research that I've done as well, highlife music has always been, yes, it's been in Ghana, but it was also being. The fact is that we were here, and so we were much concerned about what we are seeing here.
Okay.
So we think it was just about us, but elsewhere it was also happening. And I understand that Ghana also has that same relations with Gambia and all those people. Imagine Ghanaian lawyers practicing in Gambia and doing all those things there. So we've always had that thing. Maybe Kwame Nkrumah's vision of One Africa and all that started from there. So we've always had that thing there. But for me, I'm yet to really find the authoritative source that says that highlife music started from Ghana. You know, there's this professor at Legon. There's a white professor. I've forgotten his name. If I get the name, I'll try wish it up. I read his book on highlife and Ghana music and all that, and I'm yet to really find that thing that says that highlife music purely originated from Ghana. It's been with other African countries as well.
Okay, all right. So let me go and read comments from our last
interview.
our last podcast.
I like my Nigerian brothers and sisters.
They are really bashing you.
Yeah, so no, I understand them.
They are really bashing you. They're giving it to you left, right, center.
I want to hear some of the things they're saying.
So they are saying that why is the woman from Gambia Republic winning a Grammy back to back? Do they have the population? Why was she recognized by the Grammys? They play. You see?
They are talking about numbers.
Yeah, talking about numbers.
But I think
you
last time
you said something like Gambia. You said something about Gambia, right? Yes, and they are saying that Gambia's population is not that much, but a woman there is winning Grammys. That's why the person is trying to say.
But my conversation and why I brought in Gambia was the fact that I said Ghanaians shouldn't be so fixated on Nigeria, because there are other places where Ghanaians are selling out and are doing shows. Do you get it? So if you are looking at Gambia, Ghanaians are fixated on Nigeria. Why? When there are other places you can also make the same money and make the same numbers.
So someone is saying Ghanaians are so much jealous of Nigerians. The jealous-minded people don't go far. You know?
I doubt anybody is really jealous of Nigeria. Listen, the fact is Nigeria have their stuff. Nobody can take that away from. What belongs to you belongs to you. Nobody can take it away from you.
Course.
So I don't think it's jealousy or anything. And again, let's not think jealousy is even always negative. You could be jealous of something and pick something out of it to make yourself better. So I don't know why that word runs through. The least thing is, hey, you're jealous.
I wonder why people will write comments and do add insult to it, because I can't read some of them.
Okay, don't read them.
Of course, you can't. You just comment, please. If you want to comment without insults. I beg you. Okay, so the podcast don't know Jack. I don't want to read one because it's insults. I wanted to skip, but it's insults. Okay, this guy in the cream shirt to you. I think that's how we're wearing the cream shirt. Okay, or is it Daddy? No, I think it's Daddy K.
No, I think I was the one. I was wearing a cream shirt. Yeah. I was wearing a cream shirt, yeah.
All right. So this Jerry guy said this guy in the cream shirt is a big liar. Nigerian artists have been winning a long time ago. Channel O, MTV Mama before. Yeah. Has any of the Ghanaians won it? No. Two-Face was the first artist.
I wouldn't let you even end.
Okay.
When you talk about Channel O, you're talking about MTV Mamas, you're talking about Kora Awards. So many of them have been to Kora Awards, they've been to Mamas. I remember, was it 2015 or so? I was at the MTV Mamas in South Africa.
Okay.
There were Ghanaians there. There's always been Ghanaians all across Africa. So I don't know why anybody will say I'm lying about Samini winning the Kora Awards. Even when you talk about awards in the UK.
They'll come and get your facts right, but their facts are also not right.
No, so you see, the fact is, people are always limited to what they know and they assume that that's what it is.
Okay.
But the fact is, if you open up and you want to read on it, they should just check, maybe just type Batman. Maybe back then he was known as Batman. You should just type Batman Kora Awards, Channel O Awards, and all that. We will see all the information there.
Okay, so
Google is their friend.
Okay, so Johnson said, please stop saying that Ghanaian music sold out in Gambia. By saying that, you are bringing down Ghana music. Population of Gambia is barely 1 million, which is the population of my street in Lagos.
You see, there are Nigerian artists who can sell out 2,000 auditoriums in Nigeria. There are Nigerian artists who can sell out 20,000 auditoriums. Everybody has a space to fill, a space to occupy. When you have a Ghanaian artist move out of Ghana and sell a stadium, that's a cost 20,000, about 15,000. He's done well. That's not his home turf. We need to be understanding that these people are moving out of their home grounds and doing it. Yes, Nigerians are selling out the O2 Arena. How many of them are doing that though? You can count them, right? So if you have a Ghanaian moving out of his home turf and getting into another African country to sell out, he deserves some applause. So it's not like you are limiting them because you are saying they are selling out in Gambia. And you see, that's the defeatist concept we have. We always think that, no, you need to move out of Ghana. I mean, as in Africa, you should do it in the Americas, in the UK before we think you are doing well.
Okay.
Africa is where we are.
Sure.
Charity begins at home.
Exactly. And if you're able to see, look at somebody like Diamond Platnumz from Tanzania, look at all those people. They're touring across Africa and selling out arenas.
Yeah.
So why don't we appreciate that? Why don't we applaud them? We want the Western world to accept us before we applaud ourselves. No. If a Ghanaian moves out of Ghana and sells out a 12,000 capacity in Gambia, he deserves the applause. Okay. There are Nigerians in Nigeria who can't sell 12,000 arenas. Do you get it? So I don't think we need to sit back and say, because I refer to Ghanaians selling out arenas or places in the Gambia, I mean, we are limiting Ghana music. I don't think that's anything to go by.
Okay, so let me read another comment. I think this comment is from T. I can't really mention their names, but I think it's from T. Okay, he said, I just wonder if the guy in the cream shirt to you,
full attack,
colored t-shirt has ever been to Nigeria before. Too many wrongs and negative comments. If you have in your head that all Nigerians are fraudsters, why are you generalizing that option? Not everybody has such.
No, hold on. But did I say that all Nigerians are fraudsters?
No.
I mean, so you see,
I'm not sure. I think when the person listens to some part of it, the person will come and comment, and the person will continue again and make a comment.
No, you see, so the challenge with a lot of people is that I think people are just emotional about certain things. We don't want to face the facts.
Okay.
Nigeria, I remember that conversation. I made mention of the fact that at some point in time, anytime you mention Nigeria, what came to the minds of people, especially on the international scene, was 419. Do you even know how the 419 came about? In their own criminal code, 419 had to do with the internet fraud. So the name just didn't come about. In their own criminal code, there's an act, there's a section 419, where it talks about internet fraud and all that. So that's how the 419 came about. Okay. So in Nigeria, whenever something came about, people were talking, in the international press, it was all about 419, 419, 419. But what I said was that gradually they were deliberate, they were intentional about using movies, about using music, about using whatever they could to wipe out that negativity. That does not suggest that everybody in Nigeria is involved in fraud or anything. No. Just like in Ghana, when you mention Ghana, people say it's a football nation. Does it mean everybody in Ghana plays football? No. But the fact is that there are things that countries are known for. Unfortunately, at some point in time in Nigeria's history, that is what people knew them for. But they've been able to work on that and get things better. So that now when you mention, as soon as you mention any Afrobeat song, it's not Afrobeats that changed the face of Nigeria. But as soon as you mention any Afrobeat song, people think the person is from Nigeria. There are even award schemes that mention King Promise and tag him as Nigerian. There are award schemes that mention Kevin Boy, Kamido, and they tag them as Nigerians.
Yes, Kamido.
Exactly, because we think they are doing Afrobeat. So they've been able to master something which is actually swaying every conversation and making everybody think that so far as there's an Afrobeat song, it's coming from Nigeria. Exactly.
Okay.
So I don't think I said all Nigerians are scammers or are fraud. No.
The person
but there are fraudsters in Ghana.
Yes, the person has to listen to every bit of it before you comment.
Yeah, just emotional.
Watch everything before you make a comment. I beg. Okay, so Mr. Vibe 1570 says, funny enough, Nigerians don't even care about Ghana.
They care. No, they care.
Really?
Oh yeah, they care.
Why do you think they?
You see, if Nigerians don't care, he wouldn't even have been here to leave a comment.
That's the point.
See, let's not tickle ourselves and laugh. When you talk about music in West Africa, for instance, there's always been Ghana, Niger. We play about Ghana, Niger, Jollof. We play about football.
Of course.
And when we beat them, we're excited. When they beat us, the whole of West Africa is only Ghana and Nigeria. No, but when you're talking about the superpowers, it's Ghana and Nigeria.
Oh, yeah.
That's how come we always have this thing coming, this banter coming back and forth and all that. Do you get it?
That long-standing relationship has always been there. So
exactly.
Yes.
See, even recently, they were comparing their president to our president.
Exactly.
We have so many ways we interact. So for him to say Nigeria doesn't even care about Ghana, it's a lie. They care about us. They like
if
our
you don't
women.
care, why would you come to the comment section and comment?
He just wanted to what? They like our women. Our guys also like their women. Go to the investors and see.
Yes.
They care about us.
Oh, okay.
And we care about them too.
Mr. Mowgli, what do you think? I don't want to go there.
It's more like a two-way thing, right?
Yes. Yes.
So that is how it is. I think we care for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We care for each other. I mean, we are brothers.
We are like 5 and 6.
You see,
Exactly.
we are brothers.
I mean, when we beat them, we are happy. When they beat us, they are also happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, let's go for a quick commercial break. But before we go, we are proudly sponsored by Pretty Clothing Line. Pretty Clothing Line is located at Odium Runabout, opposite Sakwari Bank. And Rosapel Hotel is off Asante Kotoko Training Park. It's near Asante Kotoko Training Park, actually. It's off Accra Kumasi Road. And Sankey's Restaurant for that sumptuous meals, that sumptuous jollof. I mean, jollof, Nigerian jollof and Ghanaian jollof. Go there. They'll serve you right. They'll give you anything you want. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Sankey's Restaurant, our tech inside Dubri Mall, Bahama, Modiani, nice, smoothly, humbly, fleshly. You love it.
we are come to call a CEO of the National Gospel Music Awards. His name is Sergio. You're putting a call through to him to interview him on some questions. One-on-one. No, I think NY will do that for me. Yes. So NY, over to you.
Okay. All right. So we have Sergio on the line, right? Hello, Sergio.
Yes, sir.
Yes, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, so Sergio is actually the CEO of the National Gospel Music Awards. That's the Ghana National Gospel Music Awards. Well, so for the past few months, a number of people have been looking forward to the 2023 edition, or perhaps the 5th edition of the NGMA, but it seems nothing is happening. Not too long ago, we saw a statement where you guys announced that you've had to postpone it. Can you tell us what's been happening?
Anyway, thank you. I think basically we, as an institution, decided to call the event off for the year 2023 due to lots of factors we are encountering. And so that's where we stand presently.
When you say a lot of factors or things that you are encountering, you care to actually share with us what exactly it is? Because, I mean, we are all stakeholders. We are all interested to know. Can you share with us what's happening?
Well, I think what is really hindering us now, it's the lack of sponsorship. We know very well that NGMA, through the first 5 years, has undergone series of reforms here and there. And this year, we tried as much as we can to bring the event to the Christian community and indeed the whole of the nation. But it's been difficult securing, finances to be able to put this event together. In the last 5 years, we have tried everything humanly possible. We tried to maintain a brand and a reputable brand for that matter. But this year is an exception, and we can only apologize. We know people are very disappointed that the event did not come to them, but it's not been easy. Generally in the country, things are not well, with most of these companies, and our sponsors who would back us most often are equally having challenges and all that. I mean, from our own coffers as well, we've tried everything possible, but it's not easy. And why it will, surprise you that to be able to put up an event together takes, close to 500,000 cities, and it's not that easy. The budget is huge. Unfortunately, this year we've not been able to, showcase the event.
Now, what are the other stakeholders saying? After you announced that you'd have to postpone it to next year, because if you weren't able to do it this year, what's the possibility that you will do it next year?
Well, as a matter of fact, we looked at a few things. We considered so many things as well before putting out that statement. We believe that next year would give us an ample time where we'll be able to start putting up something in February and then running through the year to be able to, have the event in 2024. That is a must. And we know the work we've put in. We know, what we need to do to be able to, get the monies coming and all that. Now, when the statement was released a couple of days ago, I believe that some section of the public are sympathizing with us, and others are also not happy that, why should we say we will not be able to have the events this year? Failing to also recognize the fact that, it's not been easy generally for everybody, but that's human for you. We are not all going to agree on a common matter, but I believe that later when they sit down to analyze the entire thing, they would know that indeed we are in difficult times and we are not left out, and so that is where we stand now.
Well, in a related development, it looks like you are not the first award scheme in Ghana to announce or to postpone your event this year. 3 music awards also had to postpone their own and also gave similar reasons. Now, what's the challenge? Is it with you, for instance? Yours is carved for the gospel music industry. how is that industry itself supporting this? Like, because there are businesses that are owned by some of these people who believe that, listen, they are Christians, they are all that. How supportive has that sector also been to the award scheme?
You know, initially when we started the pilot program in Kumasi, a chunk of the industry players said, "Oh, how can you attract corporate sponsors and all that coming on board, here and there?" We had a lot of talk and we had lots of suggestions. Now, over the years, we have tried everything. We have poured in everything we have. I mean, all the brains behind the NGM, we're working to make sure that we have successful events back to back and all that. Now, the gospel fraternity itself, I think it's challenging. It's challenging because I've stated a couple of times that I believe that if you have a band guy or somebody who plays band or the drums in your church or somebody who plays the guitar or keyboard in your church, those people need to be paid. I mean, as a matter of fact. And I think he brought a whole lot of controversies after making that statement. But some also did agree with me. The fact is that the support is not coming. We have spoken to notable pastors. We have spoken to churches to be able to, come on board for us to do this, because we are having this not because we want to have it, but we are having this for a particular section, which has been very great over the years. But the support is still not coming. And we just feel that, well, everything humanly possible has been done. We've spoken to the names we need to talk to, and we are not seeing anything from that side. But, as an industry, just like you mentioned, one thing we also need to look at critically is the support that comes from the Ministry of Tourism. Or creative arts, if I should put it that way. We are in a country where we do these things, and then it propagates the name of Ghana, it projects the name of Ghana out there. And then if, for instance, there is a particular fund that the ministry is able to allocate and say, okay, we are giving you this amount, and then you pay with 2% or 3% interest, then we believe that some of these, event bodies will be looking at tapping into that as well. Mm-hmm. But it looks like no support, and at the end of the day, it's just the talk every day, and we'll go back to the drawing board. We have always been going back to the drawing board as an industry, which doesn't help us. But I think this is also a challenge to the Christian community, because, we have CEOs, we have MDs, we have COOs, handling or being the top decision-making bodies of so many institutions. Mm. But when you go to them, they will tell you, we can't, we are sorry, there's no money, next year, let's try and all that. I think it's high time we graduate from that and then look at the next step, where the creative arts industry would not make things become obvious. Because if you are able to help some people, okay, and others are not, getting the needed assistance, it becomes a problem. Somebody will be like, it's a private man's event. But as an entrepreneur, I believe that if indeed the structures are there for me to be able to tap into, I don't think I'll release a statement. And why? For so many years, any organization who starts a gospel awards, 1-2 years withdraws. It's happened in the past, where we have some big names who came up with gospel music awards, and at the end of the day, they couldn't because of finances. We have tried. For the past 5 years, we've continued with this event, and it's only this year that we just could not continue. You understand? And that does not mean that the NGMA is not coming back. In 2024, it's coming back in the grand style. But then again, we believe that, the churches, the corporate bodies should also look at this aspect of entertainment as well.
Okay, I appreciate the fact that you are so confident that you are back next year, God willing. Now, you make reference to the challenges you are facing financially, and the fact that the Christian community itself perhaps is not even pushing or supporting when it comes to the finance bit. One of the companies that has actually been supporting a number of events in the industry, this might be a free promo for them, but then Ebony Condoms, Tabia, they are all about the sexual stuff and all that. If these people decide to come on board, I'm pushing you to the wall. You need 500,000. They are on board. They say, okay, we are giving you 500 each. So that's $1 million. Would you take it for NGMA?
I think yesterday, somebody spoke to me about same thing in a private conversation where the person was asking the same question. So I'm surprised it also popped up in this interview.
Well.
You see, condoms, okay, as a form being used to prevent STDs and other sexual transmitted diseases. Okay?
Yeah.
And I believe that its promotion has basically nothing to do with
sexual promiscuity.
Yes, with it being godly or ungodly. Because at the end of the day, churches allow these bodies to come talk to the youth, talk to the church members about condoms, about the usage of condoms, female condoms here and there and all that. And we see them from the church point of view that, this is very good. So if they come on board to say, well, we want to look at it from another way, can the NGMA, be of help? Can they also be of help to the NGMA as well in promoting it? I believe that the thin line in there is so clear that it is not that they are saying, you must use condom for whatever, strange reasons people would want to attach to it. But it's because we are trying to prevent STDs, we are trying to prevent HIV/AIDS, which is on the rise and all that. And so, for me, I believe that my board would not even have a problem with this.
So all you're trying to say is that you are ready for any condom brand, Family Health and all those people to come on board. Adonko BTS and all those, you don't mind?
I always say that the hypocrisy should be shifted far from the business perspective. Okay? If these people come on board, we would look at it, we will look at their offers, and I think we'll give them a listening ear.
Okay.
We'll give them a listening ear.
All right. So, Sergio, I want to ask, would you say that you are not the favorite of the shareholders or the clique they have? That's why they are not willing to support you.
Can you please come again?
You are not the favorite. You are not their favorite, the supporters or the sponsors, the clique or the shareholders. You are not their favorite, so that's why they don't want to help.
I wouldn't say that. There are a couple of times where, we've made certain moves, okay? For instance, last year, we had a corporate brand, a bank who was ready to give, 700,000. And at the end of the day, a gospel person, if I should put it that way, a gospel person, when spoken to, had actually said, this gospel people, ignore them. This gospel people, ignore them. Yes. So it's probably not about being a favorite, but sometimes, we are in an industry where the mafiaism keeps on going on and all that. But I'm sure that we'll get to that point where they would come out. I believe that the cry, is heard loud, and we are hoping that we'll get to that time where, this whole thing of finances and all that will be put to rest, and these corporate bodies will come on board.
So, do you consider the challenges you are facing now, as in the awards, they are trying to drag you into the mud or something?
Well, I wouldn't say they are trying to drag the Ghana National Gospel Music Awards into the mud. For whoever would want to do that has his or her own personal reasons. Okay. I don't want to look at the negativities. I always want to concentrate on the positives that we'll be able to derive from the Ghana National Gospel Music Awards. Negativities, I don't think they can pull us down because, for 5 good years, we've been very solid. We've tried to showcase why we think people need to come on board and all that. So I don't think any negativity from anywhere, any corner would want to hold us back.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
All right, so let me find out. According to your statement, you are putting plans together for those who have not received their plaques so that, you're able to do that for them. Because I know most of them have been asking, now your plaque, Nabeni and Sabeka, when are we getting our plaques and all that? How soon should they be looking forward to that?
Well, I think that events leading to the main event, which is next year, would actually confirm that. Would release a couple of statements or release a statement when the board finally meets, and then we'll decide on when we want to put up the event. Of course, it's going to be in the media, and I know very well that NYDJ, the official partner for the Ghana National Gospel Music Awards would obviously capture that as well. So this is where we stand now. But I mean, hey, it's their trophies, it's their plaques. We can't say we are taking it away from them. But we believe that few things happened. These plaques were supposed to arrive in the country a day before the whole awards. Our transporter, who was supposed to bring this thing in, failed us, and so we couldn't, just do anything about it. And it came later within the year after the event and all that. And looking at how the system was, we needed to pull certain things together. A couple of the board members were not in town and all that. Sometimes, in as much as we say technology, there are times that you need a quorum to be able to get these things running. And so it's not as if you wake up and say, today I want to do this, and you are given the chance to do it. They also need to scrutinize what you want to do and all that. But, they would obviously have it. We are very sorry for the delay, but they would have their trophies.
One thing before I am done with my questions, a number of people feel they have been, it's actually a big blow because considering last year till now, they had some of the biggest songs. And so they were looking forward to perhaps winning the Artist of the Year or the Gospel Song of the Year. Since it's not going to hold this year, what's going to be the time frame for consideration for music for next year? Are you going to put both years together, or are you just going to forget about this particular year group and consider what will come next? Or that's yet to be decided?
Edward, I think I would probably say you're a prophet, too. Because this question is something that we've thought about. And to be fair to all gospel musicians, there are times where people want to criticize the NGMA that our time frame or our year of review is not consistent and all that. The first one happened with the COVID situation where it wasn't our fault. We couldn't do anything about it, but we still had to capture, those COVID moments where everywhere around the world there were issues here and there and all that. We had to capture all these things. And I believe that the conversations we've held a couple of days ago is most likely, it's not official, but then it's most likely that we'll be considering past works and all that. Because we have very good songs out there, videos out there, vocals out there that needs to be considered. But like I said, it's not official. It's something we are still looking at, and we'll be able to come up with that communique as well when we are ready to set out.
All right. So that will be it for me, though.
Okay. Mr. Sergio, thank you so much for honoring our invitation. We are much grateful.
You're most welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Sankey's restaurant, our tech inside Dubrimo, Bahama, Maduane, nice, smoothly, humbly, fleshly. You love it. I'll be do what you.
So why did you ask if condom will come to them, or would they accept? Why do you ask that?
No, but you see, the fact is that if I mentioned a brand, which I don't want to mention again for various reasons, the fact is that the people who are supposed to be supporting the Gospel Music Awards are staying back. For the past year, one of the brands that has actually supported almost every event, from comedy to Uncle Ebo White stage plays to whatever, has been that people. And they are into the creative as they are supporting all these people. They are releasing the funds for them. So if there's a Gospel Music Awards and they want to be on board, why should that be a problem? Now, I asked this particular question because we have a certain notion about the use of condoms. Of course. Because I remember when I was growing up, anytime I saw somebody move into a hotel with a lady and say, hey, I had a certain mindset. Yeah. Exactly. But growing up and having to travel and realizing that I have to sleep in hotels most of the time and moving about with ladies, then I'm beginning to think what I was thinking was crazy. The same thing with condoms. When you are married, for instance, there are moments you might actually be advised to use condoms because they are preventive methods. They are things that you use. Do you get it? So there are so many things about condoms. Those notions need to be cleared. When you go into a supermarket or you walk into a pharmacy right now, and you want to buy a condom, look at how people look at you. There's a certain perception which I think must change.
Yeah.
Exactly. People think you are going to fornicate. Imagine if I walk into a pharmacy right now with my wedding ring and I still want to buy a condom. They still have a certain perception that perhaps you are going to sleep with somebody who is not your wife. So there's a certain mindset. That's why I'm thinking that the gospel industry might fight it for a while until before they begin to understand that, come on, we can have a condom brand come on board as a sponsor, because every condoms were not made for just a group of people. Do you get it?
All right. So back to my question. I want to ask, why are artists not attracting record labels? Is it because of past experience with investors, those investing in them or anything? Is it? Do you understand me?
With Ghanaian artists.
Yes. Why are they not attracting record labels?
Well, I think for a while we've seen some of them actually get distribution deals and all that. When you talk about record labels, and I'll go back to Nigeria, or my Nigerian people,
They'll come for you too.
oh, forget them. You see, the fact is that when you see the Nigerian artists, some of them are signed to like 2, 3, 4 record labels, and these are either they have Atlantic, they have another one, they have another one, they have another one. This is because almost every record label has a role to play. Somebody is taking charge of the UK market, somebody is taking charge of the US market, another is looking at the Nigerian market. They have what they do. Every label has what they do, and they understand their role in what they play. When you talk about Ghanaian artists, I mean, recently we had Kiddy. Kiddy has Empire. It's also on Links Entertainment. Has another one with a US-based company. So he's on 3 record labels right now. Kwame Eugene also has a similar one. When you talk about Camido has distribution with Cracks Global, has other attachments with other labels. So it's changing. The fact is that at some point in time, and from where we came from, when we had the cassette era, when an artist like Daddy Lumba releases a song, he knows that, okay, maybe Despite is the producer for the album. Despite will give him an a starter pack, like give him, okay, I'll buy you a car, I'll build a house for you, I'll give you 100,000 cedis. Now I take the cassette, sell it as much as I can, sell it across Europe. So it was a one-man to one-man business. But now it's changed where things has to go digital with the distribution and all those things that come in. So record labels are gradually becoming a thing. We have not been used to that. So I'm sure with time, it will get better. Nigerians, like we say, the population, again, the fact that there's some concentration, there's some attention on their music, it makes everybody want to look there. Remember, I made mention of the fact that when you mention Camido, you mention Kelvin Boy, you mention all these artists, people think they are Nigerians. So the attention is there. Do you get it? But eventually, when people get to realize that, oh, there are Ghanaian artists who are also doing well, they'll also shift their focus. Not too long ago, this guy who did Good Sin, his name just keeps skipping me. He did Good Sin. I mean, that song is big. He's had a whole record label. He has Sonny come down and have a signing thing with him and all that. So gradually, all these things will happen. It's just a matter of time. You know, it's just a matter of time for some of these things to happen.
Okay, so Mr. Mauli, any idea?
Yeah, so the name just came to mind. That's Olive the Boy.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. Olive the Boy has Good Sing, which is one of the biggest songs in Nigeria right now. And they need to admit it's one of the biggest songs in Nigeria. The Nigerians won't agree, but they know deep within, if they want to be truthful to themselves, Good Sin is one of the biggest songs. That's how come that boy was invited to Big Brother Nigeria to perform. And even that one, they mafiaed him. Because during his performance, they didn't air it on TV and they didn't apologize to him until Ghanaians went on Twitter and started firing them. And they had to explain to Olive the Boy's team as to why they couldn't air it. You know, so Nigerians want to mafia as well, but still we did.
All right, Mr. Mauli.
I think past experience also has got a part to play in all this. Because if I think we first stories where
I think past experience happen everywhere.
Yeah,
every business, right? So
it does. So we heard stories. I mean, where either artists and their record labels or their managers, I mean,
having problems and all
problems
that.
And all that. I mean, this one has swindled me, where IMC and all those things. So sometimes, it becomes very difficult to, I mean, put yourself in such, situations or things. Yeah. And especially you know, it's all about investment.
Yes.
It's an investment thing. So I also believe that sometimes
it's a win or lose something.
Yes. So if I mean, you don't produce a good sound,
sure,
you understand, you don't expect to get that, I mean, kind of signing or thing.
You're right. You're right.
So I think it also has got a part to play in it.
So I have this problem with the Ghanaians' attitude of belonging to a certain cliques. Certain cliques or certain groups, and they don't accept you when they have a photocopy of you with them. I don't know if you noticed that. Let me put it this way. I don't want to mention the gospel artists, so let me go to a secular. Okay, so they have certain groups. So if you don't belong to, or if they have a photocopy of you in their group and you want to join, they don't accept you. Have you noticed that?
I'm trying to understand when you say you need to belong to a certain group, as in
they have groups, they have cliques. So if you want to join, if you want to belong, you can't, because they have you in them already.
Is it with Ghanaians or
yes, with Ghanaians?
Wow,
with Ghanaians. If you've not studied,
maybe
that,
if you mention a name, it will draw a clearer picture.
I can't. I can't.
No, because I'm trying. I don't know if you get.
I don't know.
Okay, so let's put it like the gospel industry. It's like some group of people. They are there. So when
they are gatekeepers.
Yes, I would put
so
it that
like you
way.
can talk about like the table of men and all those people.
And if you want to join the group, or if you are part of the industry, you're a gospel artist or you're a gospel this, and they don't see you as part of them, or because they have you there. They have someone like you.
So if I can use the table of men, for instance, I mean, let me get into that. Let me hit them. You see, the point is that every individual has the freedom to join any association or to form any association. Now, why do people form groups or form associations? They do so because they have particular interest.
And they would want to protect
exactly, and they want to protect that interest. If it's an investment for them, if you pick somebody like Akese Brimpong, and maybe Ninoy decides to say, okay, Akese Brimpong is my, so this is our project. This is what we are doing. You want to push this artist for this particular year, and that person is within our circles. They'll do everything right to make sure that they are pushing that particular artist and leading the narrative for that artist to be in the minds of the people. So they will push it. Now, the very moment somebody wants to enter, it's more like my business. It's competition. So then, I won't allow you to enter my space because, baby, I'm a Didi. That's where I eat. And you also want to come and sell there. So you are going to make sure that if I was making 10, now there's going to be competition. I might make 5 or 4.
But we all can eat there, can't we?
But you see, the point is that's why I'm saying that there are interests. Now, these people you are talking about, these cliques, they have their own interest. Their interest is not for the general good. It's for their own interest. Look at MPP, NDC, and the conversations we keep having. Everybody admits that, okay, things are tough in the country. Okay. There are MPP members who, in the dark, will tell you, Charlie, things are tough. But they won't admit it in the open because they know that when they admit it in the open, opposition will use it as a campaign message against them and they will win power. So for them, it's their interest. Same way with the gospel music industry, and not just even the gospel music industry. Look at these record. We made mention of record labels. Empire. Atlantic, all the big record labels, Sony and all that, they all have interest. When they sign an artist, their interest is to make sure that that artist is number 1 on all the charts. Make sure the artist is playing all the festivals, playing all the shows. That's their interest. If there's a way they can block you from getting that shine, they will do it because the more they put the spotlight on you, the more they make money and make revenue. It's business. So they will protect that interest. So the same thing applies to these cliques you talk about. Look at fans, the fan armies we have. Shatawale has the fan army. Stonebwoy has a fan army. All they are doing is protecting the interests of their artists. That's how they get to tear other artists down. Because they feel when they do that, that's when they take their shine. So the same thing would always happen in any industry, whether music, even bread associations, people who sell bread, feel like...
should the gospel industry not be different? Because the notion about the gospel
because thing, it's gospel, and they have some people who they have controllers.
The point is that it's become competitive. The gospel has become competitive. That's the challenge.
So people are no longer singing the gospel like we used to know, where you sing for Christ or God, and then for people to change it. So now it's based on money. It's
No, but
monetary
who told you they are singing?
And you know the funny part? You
those
know
times
they are
when
gospel.
we were coming up,
you know they are gospel music, or they belong to, or they are gospel. They won't do.
Yeah, they are.
But they are the ones pulling us down.
Those times when we were growing up, the gospel
And
music.
why doesn't want to go there? You know what I mean?
I have a friend who will tell you you don't know what's going on.
It's true.
The truth is that let's admit it.
Yes.
The gospel music and gospel, as we say, gospel music is different from gospel. The gospel music thing has become business now.
Yes.
They go to the studio, they record, right? They pay for airtime, for their promotions. They need to do tours. If they have to do features, they pay for them.
Yeah.
They have bandsmen. When Joe Metal has to travel to Kumasi, he has to come with the bandsmen. Everybody has to be paid. They have to sleep in hotels. It comes with a cost.
Of course.
When you call Joe Metal for a show, they will give you a rate.
Yes.
And your first now, Becca say, "Oh, the other baby,
Yeah, magic.
No, it's changed because it has become a business. In as much as they are propagating the gospel, it's become a business which we need to look at as well. So that's why I'm saying that you want the gospel industry to be different, but so far as there are interest and there's business to be made, there's money to be made.
So let's all make the money. Let's all make the moolah. Charlie, that's what I want. Let's all make the money and stop pulling people down.
Why won't Sony Music you see, when you want to distribute your music through the distribution platforms, and maybe you're distributing one of the platforms that's not too big, they can look at the day you want to distribute or you want your music to be out and tell you that, listen, this date is not good for you. You know why they'll tell you that day?
No.
Maybe because a Black Sheriff is also releasing that same day, or a Burna Boy is releasing that same day. So they'll tell you it's a bad day for you.
That takes me to this question. It's not per my producer of me, but I have to add it. You see, Bless Joyce released the song recently. And all of a sudden, PSA also released the song.
It's not all of a sudden. I don't even want to go into that argument, but let me say this. I think I was mentioning that on radio this morning.
Okay.
I don't see why there should even be a conversation as to why people have a problem that PSCS that released a song just after Joyce Blessing released her song. So should there be a timetable now so that who really
I said
maybe
like let my own die out before yours.
No. What is even the possibility that and you know means me release never hit it and never fa. Do you get it?
Yeah.
PSCS has suffered though. We're releasing you years ago and I'm all of a sudden she was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Then she comes back.
Boom.
And she has a big song. And now there's attention for her. So she's enjoying that period. And no artist will always reign forever.
Of course.
Joyce Blessing had a big song. She had good songs. She was all over. And then she had her issues with marriage and all that came up.
Yeah.
And she died down a little bit.
Yeah.
She has another big song. She's enjoying it. All of a sudden, people feel like PSA that should have waited. I was talking about releasing songs and how things work. You see, the aggregators or the people that distribute your music will ask that you send them the song at times a month ahead.
Yeah.
A month. Then they will suggest a date for you, or you can say, I want it to be released on this date. And that's when I said they can tell you that, listen, maybe a Burna Boy is releasing a song. So don't go there because it will swallow your attention.
Yes, it will.
So they will direct you, they will advise you. That also works. So imagine Joyce Blessing released a song, Victory, which is doing very well.
Of course.
As at that time, PSA had already been sharing artworks to behind the scenes of her video and doing promotions and announcing the fact that her song was about to release. Why didn't Joyce Blessing wait and say, I've seen that PSA is also sharing artworks, meaning she's going to release, so let me hold on to mine. No, and again, even if it's the gospel, what's the purpose of the gospel? Is it not to spread the word? As Christians, how many songs can you listen to in a day? Can't you listen to 1,000 songs in a day? So why should we restrict ourselves and say, Yenti new one for 3 months?
And after that, I say
the mullah.
So that's why I'm saying that if the intent of the gospel music is to win souls, to keep us edified, then we need more of them. We need more gospel songs to be in the system so that Ghana crowd bonnet doors.
The soul winning is secondary.
Yes.
Money in the primary.
The soul winning is there. The money is also
the money aspect too is also there.
Make the money, because you see at the end of the day, when you see PSA right now compared to years ago, look at her fashion sense.
Yes. There's a vast difference.
Exactly. Things
There's a
have
vast
changed.
difference.
And all these are expenses. These are monies that have to be. Do you get it? These are investments that have to be done. And you need money to be able to sustain. If not, you move away from there. So we need to look at all these things. For those who are saying that, oh, PSA should have waited for Joy's blessing to do a, come on.
All right, so guys, this is where our time will take us to. And please, you are proudly sponsored by Sankey's Restaurant. Sankey's Restaurant is located at Tech Commercial Area, Jubilee Mall, second floor. Go there for that sumptuous meal. You will enjoy it. And Rosapel Hotel is off Accra Kumasi Road, near Asante Kotoko Training Park. And Pretty Clothing 9 is located at Ujum Runabout, opposite Asakori Rural Bank. Please, I don't want to bar. Opposite Asakori Rural Bank. Please, here is TJ Studios. A higher fare. This place is beautiful. If it's not beautiful to you, me, I am a fare. It's nice. And please subscribe, like, share, and comment for us. And please, when you are bringing your comments, limit the insult for us. Don't bash us. I beg. The Nigerians, we love you. We love you. You too love us. I think that's the reason why they are bashing us. They love us.
Of course.
You love you too love you. So that's where we end our show. Thank you for watching. My name has always been Ohima, and this is Concepts, People and Places. Thank you.
Eba, King Kiba, boys a kasaba de flavor, yeah.